Hey, what's up guys, Max here. We're going to be looking at a rank 5 Ascended Serpent, boosted 2 as well, fully boosted. Now, I wanted to add this clip here just to show you, because he's not fully ramped up, and what I mean by that is the dreads. So the persistent charges by his profile, you see I have currently 2 because this is his second fight. He gains 1 after winning or coming out of victorious after a fight. So as long as you kill the opponent, you're gonna get that persistent charge, and it's gonna continue with you throughout the quest. Now, 3 is the max, okay? 3 is the cap, and ideally you want to be at 3 just to maximize and have the full potential damage. One of the things that I'll point out here, and might be clipping it very quickly, but he doesn't reach the cap damage. So the cap damage here, it's 50,000 per hit. So we don't reach cap damage, and I believe it has to do because of the persistent charges. We're not fully at 3 yet. But after this Wolverine fight, Old Man Logan fight, basically, we're going to be hitting that cap damage on all the fights, which is just amazing. Wish we didn't have a cap at 50,000 here, so we can really showcase those crits and see how much damage we're doing. But the reason why that's important too, as we're seeing this fight kind of unfold, is because at the start of each fight, gains an indefinite fury buff, increasing the attack rating by X amount for each dread. So basically, the more dreads you have, which is 3 the max, the more damage you're going to be doing. Also, there's some kind of defensive features for the dreads, and those become very obvious on defense when you put Serpent on defense. So in battlegrounds and alliance war, putting him on defense is going to be really good. And obviously it just he starts with 1, and for winning each fight, like I explained earlier, he gains another, and all the way up to 3. Now, the other thing we're seeing to kind of like unfold, and you can kind of see it right there, right below, is that purple icon, is the other additional charges he has, and those are capped at 16. So after 16, or reaching the cap, I believe, which is 16, let me make sure, or is it 12? I think it's gonna be 12, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put it on the screen here right now once I forget the number, but either 12 or 16. But I think it's gonna be 16. Once you reach 16, anything above that, instead of getting more charges, you actually gain furies, and the furies are what increases the damage. Look at this, furies are going for 10,000 on just basic attacks, going into Electro. So we have 14 furies here, and then again, I'm showing you the final clips of these fights just because the ramp up, it's kind of like quick, getting to a special 3, special 1, special 1. But you don't want to see that, you want to see the damage, you want to see the juice, you want to see, like, the Serpent cook. You want to see this guy cook.
Let him cook! Let him cook now! Let him cook! I said let him cook!
And so he definitely does. I'm excited for this guy, especially for long fights. So here we're gonna see she's gonna die. Basically, she's at 2%. She's dead. But here we hit the cap rate damage. At 50k. I think we see it very quickly there. Here's another fight, basically against Miss Marvel. We're already kind of ramped up. We're already picking up some furies. Every time we do this and we have her against the wall, plus I have a synergy that I get a precision too, and so it helps when launching the special while they're into the block. I do gain that, so that's also really awesome. Here we go for another special one. I don't even care if it's into the block for those red numbers. I just care to launch it just to pick up the furies. This entire time, by the way, I'm sure I can do it with more practice and maybe more special 3s, but I was trying to get to the 20 furies, and the opponents kept just dying because their health pools is just too low. She's dead. 50k on that special 2 into the block, 12 furies. Again, he caps out at 20 furies, and we're just dealing, this damage is being dealt only at like half the amount of furies. I think at one point in one of the fights I was at 16 furies, but I do want to add this little clip here for the unstoppable classes. A little bit more of annoying, class disadvantage, but notice that 50k crit too with the class disadvantage, 17k red numbers there again, and the furies were just amazing. This entire footage that I was recording, by the way, you kind of noticed some clips kind of stutter there. 42k, did you catch that? I was getting mad calls, and so I was interrupting the recording, which is fine. I just kept pausing and playing it back, but I hope you guys are enjoying these footages of like the Serpent fully boosted maxed fights, Ascended. I think offensively for content, that's not capped, like we're seeing there, 50k again. Class disadvantage, he's going to be amazing. So I don't know what content he's I don't want to say he's not good for anything else. He's gonna be great, right, for questing. He's just gonna do some crazy damage, but for like really like unleash his power, I don't think we have something in game at the moment to really just uncover the potential that he has. So he kind of reminds me of Aegon, but he doesn't have the same abilities. You know, he's different in a way that he's doing a lot of damage. He has a little bit of ramp up. It doesn't transfer over. You kind of have to ramp up. Besides the persistent charges, you kind of have to ramp them up a little bit, but it's not complicated. You know, it's a special 3, maybe 1 or 2 special 3s, and then multiple special 1s. You can do it with special 2s as well. As long as you keep the opponent against the wall, that's the trick, and then launch your specials into them, into their block, preferably, but just launch your specials because that's the way you're going to gain more charges and ramp up a lot quicker. But like I was saying, like the ideal situation with these fights is to show the 20 Furies, and I just could not. But you get the idea already in these fights, like, hey, if we were to get to 20 Furies, we're critting like crazy. At least the Serpent is, not me, but we're doing some crazy damage. I think overall though in Battlegrounds offensively, he's still going to be doing some damage. It's just not this type of damage because this is longer fights. But you're still going to be able to get this guy down, especially if you taking him to rank 5 and ascended for defensive reasons. You're going to be able to use him offensively, again, depending on the matchup you're bringing, using him. So you can he's kind of like that, like extra like addition to your deck that you're just like, hey, oh man, he's got the Serpent, he's going to put him on defense, but then you go ahead and use him on offense, which we've saw kind of happen with Photon as well. Photon became the defender, and then people started using her on offense and just nuking people. So I can see this kind of happening to the Serpent as well. So looking forward to seeing people use him on offense instead of just dropping him in defense, which I'm gonna be doing. But there's that special 2. You saw the cap already, 50k, and we're like, again, like at 12, just a little over half, you know, because the cap is 20 Furies, but 12 Furies. Look at that damage, man. It's so beautiful, guys. Leave a comment in the comments below if you have anything you think about the Serpent. Drop a like on the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.